Good afternoon. Is it nearly evening? No, it's still afternoon.
I'm not sure where the boundary is, to be honest.
I don't really. No, I don't.
So we've been talking about social media.
Yes.
And trying to make a bit more of an effort, because we're both not massively into social media, but we're trying, aren't we, for Ostara?
We are.
And I thought to myself, I thought this was such a good idea. I thought I'm going to do a little carousel of pictures that I'll collect over the week of things that I've done for me to refill my cup, that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Wow, it was nothing. I didn't have anything in it. I was like, surely I'm doing something, like practicing what you preach, something to take care of yourself. Nothing. How are you holding up? Are you getting time to do things for you? Would you be able to create that kind of carousel?
No, I'm going out for walks, but not every time, not every morning. I'm also doing some qigong. I'm doing that in the morning. I'm gonna have to let my cat in. My cat will not shut up. So I'm doing those things. But again, not every morning, because I get drawn into sitting and watching YouTube in the morning whilst I'm having coffee. And he's scratching the carpet now.
I do go to yoga, to be fair. So I suppose you're reminding me that maybe it's more that I'm out of the habit of acknowledging it, or what do you call it? What do you call it? Documenting
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I do things, but I do get suckered into old habits of watching other people putting their best foot forward. And
so you're sitting looking on YouTube at how other people are looking after themselves,
and that or not, or telling us that they're looking after themselves.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know how much of it is authentic, how much of it is genuine. It's so easy, you know, people sit there and scroll, don't they? We all do it. But it's so easy to get drawn into somebody's lifestyle. And there have been 2 accounts recently that I've been invested in where they've both said, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do YouTube anymore. It's too hard. And then have kind of alluded to how sometimes what they're posting is a bit orchestrated. And I'm thinking, I feel so let down. So I'm so keen to never do that.
No.
To never do that. To never project the ideal life when that's just not the case.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so true. It can't be just curated for social media. But then I thought, if I do want to do this, it might motivate me to think, actually, I do need to hold these practices for myself. So that's like a different thing. But I don't.
So it's a purpose.
Yeah, but the truth is, for me, getting all the uniforms ironed on a Sunday evening is sometimes how I look after myself, because then I know my weekdays will be more manageable, less stressful. But that's not good social media content, is it? So it's like, but it's the reality. Sometimes it's just like, actually, small things that make a difference to me coping.
I think sometimes as well, things like doing the ironing is great because you can guarantee that everybody will disappear. Nobody wants to be in the same room as you when you're in ironing. And then you can put music on or whatever it is you want to listen to or watch. And that can be uplifting, and that can be, you know, it's like, I remember having a conversation with somebody once about whatever happened to omnibuses. And of course, we don't need omnibuses anymore because we can watch things whenever we want to watch them.
Yeah.
But that used to be something that you'd do. You'd put an
Like
omnibus
Sunday afternoon, hours and hours of EastEnders.
EastEnders, or, you know, back in the day, it used to only be 2 or 3, half an hour. So that's when you'd get some of those sort of activities done, you know, whatever it might be. And I remember I used to do quite a lot of ironing to the Archers back in the day when that was.
Most people don't even iron anymore. I don't know how. I don't know how they are managing to not have to iron at all. Like, I've minimized it down, but the school shirts and stuff, you know. My mum used to say that ironing was like meditation for her. She used to enjoy it because it used to give her headspace to, you know, process whatever it was that she'd been dealing with that week. So I do get that. But for me, it's more about just not feeling overwhelmed in the week.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not, you know, it's not a cool or fashionable thing to say that you've done to look after yourself, I guess. And well, it's interesting, isn't it? Because it literally isn't looking after myself. It's literally looking after other people. But that's what we get caught up in, isn't it?
Yeah.
So often. Yeah. So yeah, I was wondering, like, because, you know, you do seem quite good at it with your walks, and, you know, at this time of year, I imagine you've got all your fairy lights back out. You'll be doing things around your house that, you know, help to take care of you. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to document what I'm doing. And then I was like, oh my God, I'm not doing anything. So yeah, it was quite interesting. Maybe I'll, you know, try and focus on it. And if you see a post pop up on Ostara, you'll know that I've got there with it, but it might not happen.
No. Last week I went into Barton. Where did I go? I think it might have been Boys. And I was looking for fairy lights that aren't plug-in ones, fairy lights that you've got batteries for, because I want them specifically for the circle. So, you know, they don't last very long, the ones that are, you know, battery. That you're forever having to change the batteries, or it seems to me, because I have them on all day. But I wanted them for the circle, so they only have to last, you know, 2 hours at most, hour and a half, 2 hours. So I went into Boys, and they were just putting out the Christmas stock, and I thought not acorns, to the ones, faircorns. And I thought, I want the faircorns, because I've got a big bowl in that thing that I grandly call the foyer, but it isn't. It's
unfortunate.
It's just the entrance hall, you know, and two of you can't be in it at the same time and take your boots off. But I've got a big bowl full of conkers, which, you know, poor Alan has to is there looking for conkers as well as we're walking, because I'm grabbing conkers all the time. I just can't leave them alone. I've been like that for many years. And I want some fir cones as well for the circle as well, just to dress it as we're coming into autumn. And then fairy lights as well to put among them, because it's getting dark now, and it's quite difficult to see at the end of the night into when we've just got candles.
Yeah.
You know, we're both struggling to see what we're doing at the end of the night. So I thought a few fairy lights dotted around in and amongst vases or what have you of conkers and fir cones. So that's nice as well. So that's something I look forward to doing.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing that. So that's what you're doing on Tuesday, for Tuesday's session.
Yes, I'll definitely still bring all the things that you normally bring, but yeah, definitely still bring those. You know, it won't be the same without us dragging bags and wheeling trolleys around, but it's just something else to dot around.
Yeah.
But what else do we do? I don't know. I mean, in principle, I'm freer because my children aren't at home anymore, you know?
Yeah. I used to enjoy getting up early enough to be up before everyone else in the house, and I'd have that bit of time, and I'd, you know, have the nice lights on, the fairy lights or whatever if it was winter, light the incense, have the first cup of tea in peace and quiet. But my son, now that he started secondary, is having to get up early as well, and you know, not that I don't like hanging out with him, but it's not the same. So those little pockets of time have kind of gone. So I'll have to rethink.
I like 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock is when we clock off. And then it's when Alan leaves work, but it takes him 3/4 of an hour to get home. So I generally cook from scratch because we've both got such different dietary needs. So I generally cook from scratch. And so that's often a time when I get the Alexa. I've got to say it quietly, otherwise she'll listen in the room. But get the what do they call them on the telly? The speaker, the online speaker or whatever they call them. Get her to play some music, and I'll just take 3/4 of an hour, whatever, to cook. If he's eating something that is going to take longer to cook, or if I am too, then I'll have already prepped it and it'll be in the oven. But the bulk of what I'll be doing will be at that point on. So I enjoy that, and it's especially nice at the minute because the fairy lights are on, and I'm not distracted like I was in the summer, wanting to go and sit out in the garden and do a little bit of deadheading or something like that. So it's really nice at the moment, and it's still warm enough. It's not cold yet. There are little things that we do that we enjoy doing, and that gives us.
I think the gardening and the cooking all could be these kind of activities. It just depends on your state of mind, I suppose, while you're doing it. If it's like a chore or something that you can do quite mindfully and in peace and quiet to take care of yourself, is very different from it just being another thing on your to-do list that day. Because, contrary to your situation, I clock off and I'm straight out, get the kids to football training. Sometimes I don't even know when we'll fit dinner in between the stuff that we're doing. And so the cooking for me is like timed. When am I getting this done? When am I getting you fed? Quickly finish that. We've got to go out, and it's just really different. So I need to come up with other ways. I do walk like you do, because I take the dog out for a walk, and I do yoga and stuff, to be fair. Maybe I just need to be a bit more intentional about stuff and document it better. But yeah, I just wanted to share with you because I thought it made me laugh, but also alarmed me a bit, because I thought I've gone a whole week and I've not been able to document a single thing. So that's not good. We'll have Circle next week, so that'll be good.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. I'm hopeful that the evening one as well later in the month will be particularly atmospheric, because it will be darker. We won't have changed the clocks by then. It'll be the week after, probably. I would have thought, but it should still be pretty atmospheric and getting a bit darker by the time the circle starts.
Yeah.
So we'll be needing them fairy lights as well as.
Did you get them then? Did you find them in Boys?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. My fair cones, they smell of Christmas spices, which isn't ideal, but it'll still be nice.
I think I like that.
Yeah. It's not quite Christmas, but who says they have to be? That smell has to be just Christmas.
Well, as soon as it hits this time of year, all the kids ever want is gingerbread candles to be lit in the house. So my house sort of has that kind of wintry smell already.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm battling them currently about how soon before we can decorate for Halloween. 1st of October. And they want all the Halloween stuff out of the loft.
It's interesting, isn't it? I don't know what is so special about this year that people are welcoming autumn.
Well, I think it's grown in it's become much, much more fashionable over the recent years anyway. People are like, yeah, ready for it, I suppose. I think this end of like the autumn and winter months, people feel fondly about. I think it's once Christmas is out of the way that people are like, okay, I'm sick of this now.
January,
February that feels difficult.
And March is always such a disappointment. We have such high hopes that it's going to be warm, and it generally isn't. But having said that, this last year it was fab. This year, I know you can't remember it. I remember March was really nice, because I remember having a conversation with somebody, I can't remember who, and them saying their birthday is in March, and it's rare for them to have hot weather in March. But I was around with my mum and dad earlier in the week, and we were talking about snow. I don't know if you can hear the bell chiming now, because I've had to have the door open because the cat wants to be in and out. But we were talking about the last time we can really remember snow to the extent that it stopped you in, you know, living easily, and other than having a smattering. And the last time I remember snow like that, I think was probably the winter of 2017, 2018. I think it was spring 2018, because I was in Somerset at the time and we couldn't get to work, and it was that beast from the east.
Oh yeah.
For me, that was the last amount of real decent snow, because we used to get it a lot in Derbyshire, and that did used to stop us, because you know, it just gets trapped in the valleys, and we were forever having to dig ourselves out, far more than my mum and dad here ever had to. But yeah, even then, we haven't had much snow, have we, recently?
No, I don't think we ever get that much around here. I'm similar to you. From living in Sheffield, I've seen what real snow is, and we don't really get a lot here at all. It snowed on my birthday before, though, once, and that's mid-April.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Don't even know what we're talking about anymore, Annette. I'll tell you what, if there's one thing we can do, it's talk. But anyway, I must go because I do have football training. So
yes, not you personally.
No, not thank God, no.
All right.
All right. Speak to you soon.
Speak to you soon. Bye.